I'm Bethany Warnches, real estate agent with Addison Jones, and today I'm going to talk about the City of Fond du Lac single-family home housing market based off of October's data. So first we're going to talk about how many properties sold at asking price, under asking price, above asking price. So it was 36% selling under asking price, 20% selling at, and 44% selling over asking price. So when you're a buyer, that gives you an idea of that breakdown, as well as when you're a seller, what you can expect to see when you put your house on the market. This was actually pretty similar August, September, and October for this split. Then for October, when we look at the breakdown by price point, the 200s were the ones that saw the most selling at or above asking price, and the 100s followed that. The 300s were an even split from above to under, and then the 400s were all under asking price. Then for these properties that did sell over, how much over were they selling for? Well, 55% were 1 to 5K. 25% was 6 to 10K, and then 10% 11 to 15K, and another 10% was 16 to 20K. So when you're like, how much over are they going? That breakdown can help you figure that out. The median home price for the month of October was $230K. If you're curious what a $230K home looks like for the month of October, 387 Wilson and 564 Vine both sold at $230K. So if you want, you could reach out to me. I could email that to you. You could see what the pictures look like and have a better understanding, or just go look it up online yourself. And then as far as interest rate goes, right now we are around 6.3, give or take. It's going to depend on your specific situation, and things can definitely change daily. So talk to your lender to get the scoop for you. How long are properties taking to accept offers? So buyers, this is relevant to you when you look at days on market for a house, and sellers, this is relevant to you to know what is normal for accepting an offer. So accepting an offer within 1 week's time is still the most dominant category, and it has remained dominant since April of this year. And then second to that, the second most dominant category is accepting an offer within 2 weeks' time, looking at October's data. And overall, within 1 month's time is pretty common. So 91% of the properties that sold in October accepted an offer in around 1 month's time, whether that was 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month and 5 days, around that 1 month time mark. So if you've passed a little over 1 month, that's when you are past the norm, when you are past the 91%. And the thing is, this has also been consistent since April. So that's important to take a look at that and understand that you're just not in that 90% if you haven't sold yet, and there's maybe something you should dig deeper into. Lastly, I am going to talk about inventory. So how many houses are on the market for sale in the city of Fond du Lac? Well, it's stayed consistent for quite some time here. So since I pulled May's data, and all these months since, it has remained in the 90s, around 90. So whether that's 89 or 95, this month it was 91. So it's consistently stayed there. So there's not like this huge uptick in inventory or something like that. Here, locally in our city, it has stayed around the 90s mark. So that's important to know when you hear other things out there. That's the actual true reality based on the data. But I do want you to know that there's a slightly different ratio of available versus under contract. So this is the very first time this year in 2025 that we have had more available houses than under contract houses. But the thing is, this isn't drastic. So it's 54% that are available and 46% that are under contract. And prior, we had maybe seen that flipped. So it's not a huge change. It's not like we're 80% available and 20% under contract. No, it's pretty evenly split, and it's just tipped a little bit the other way than it was before. If that continues to play out, though, we will see that come into our other data with things like maybe some longer days on market. But that's not a huge shift at this point. It's also hard to predict. We have a lot of different things going on right now. So yes, we're hitting that seasonal slowdown, but we also have interest rates that that are lower than they have been for how long. So that's a weird play there. And then we're also dealing with some uncertainty going on. So just so many different aspects in play. So it's just important to make the decision that's right for you about buying or selling. And hopefully this data helped explain some of the things that are going on if you do live in Fond du Lac proper and you are looking to buy or sell.